We begin with a wrap of a busy day for Corpus Christi firefighters as they respond to multiple calls across the city. The first happening this morning at Blue Water Drive. That's off of Castoris and Saratoga.
Yeah, the second fire happening this afternoon just after 2 p.m. at a home on Beard Drive down the street from Dawson Elementary School. Today's fire is thankfully not deadly or seriously threatening.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, that was not the case for two elderly people who died within a week of each other in their own homes. Our Brian Burns spoke with neighbors of one of those victims and joins us now with more on what can be done to help those who live alone. Brian?
Well, that's right, Mike. Rudy, back on November 21st, a 71-year-old woman perished when her home burned to the ground in the middle of the night. I found and talked to a couple of the woman's neighbors about the kind of person she was.
She was real nice. She just always wanted to help people out.
You think she knew there was a program where she could get a free smoke detector from the city?
But she didn't care about nothing like that. She was just, she was always like, she never bothered anybody, didn't want nobody to bother her.
Brittany Gonzalez has lived in the neighborhood of Morgan and 11th Street for 15 years and says she knew the victim of the November 21st fire and says she checks on other elderly in the neighborhood to see if they need anything.
I do it all the time. I'm always checking out for everybody around the hood.
Another neighbor of the unidentified elderly woman who died says older citizens need to know that they can get help.
They don't have to use their stoves and burn their house down. There are people out there that help them.
Christina Patton says there are too many homes in her neighborhood that don't have smoke detectors.
There's a lot of houses that don't have insulation, don't have smoke detectors. I mean, Corpus is pretty not the best at keeping up with houses.
The cause of the fire on 11th Street was electrical, but happened in the middle of the night. And Fire Department Battalion Chief Tony Perez says the two fatal fires were harder to investigate.
With these two fires specifically, they were both well-involved fires, which is unfortunate. I mean, it was to where the fire was well involved by the time even our arrival. So we always advocate for smoke alarms, and that's something that, and it's not just this time of year, it's throughout the year that we're constantly, helping out with installing smoke alarms.
Perez says whenever they get alarms donated, they go door to door to install them for free. He says anyone who qualifies just needs to remember one phone number.
You just dial 311 and they'll ask you a series of questions as far as, I'll get all the information for you, and then we'll get that to one of our people in fire prevention to get a call, get it scheduled based on our availability.
Chief Perez says don't forget not to block off certain doors in your home with furniture and appliances, and seniors especially should have an exit plan for when they smell smoke. Rudy?